Arsenal won, Como won. Arsenal win, 3-4 on penalties, and well, it was much like 22-23 Arsenal. Marley Salmon, Haaland graduate stars. Ethan Nwaneri plays good, but there's question marks around his future, and the same goes for Martinelli. Bruno G also makes his debut. Beautiful day, with the eclipse of the sun, and beautiful day for the Arsenal to play. Guys, this match had me with joy, but there are still some problems. And that's with the defense. And, I'll rather start with the negative and be positive later. So, Ben White, he needs to get his sharpness back. And I think Arteta realises that and realises injury issues. And that's why Arsenal have gone back for Ezri Konsa. Now, Aston Villa have been quoting something like 60 million. And that can help us. But now, let's finally get into the match. The first goal. The man with the links. The man of the hour. Miles Lewis-Skelly. The goal was so beautiful. It's so Spanish, if that makes sense. Suffocate you with the press up top. The goalkeeper tries to kick it out. It hits off Miles Lewis-Skelly's head. Boing! Goes on to Martinelli. Lays him off. Tucks it away, curls. Bing! Goes in. As he goes in, he runs to the corner flag, to the crowd. Grabs his Arsenal t-shirt. Looks at the badge, looks to the fans, kisses the badge, and says, I'm Arsenal. He's Arsenal through and through. Again, you will never ever take my Miles Lewis-Skelly away. He goes to our gaffer, Mikel Arteta. Gives him a hug of appreciation, says, I'm not going nowhere. A real father and son moment. Another Haaland graduate, Marley Salmon. The reincarnation of William Saliba. When a player of William Saliba defends, it gives the etiquette around the stadium, the atmosphere around the stadium of calmness. You just know he's to get the ball, without a doubt. It's like how I would take your woman, talking to you, sitting down watching me. How I would take your woman, she would always go back to me. All jokes aside, he has a calmness aura about him like William Saliba, but he also has his own swag of being rash, what I love. Getting stuck in. He almost made a guy do a backflip. It's a bit reckless, but it's just what fans love. They love a bit of... And a young player providing that to the stadium gets excited. A stadium giggly of joy, not giggly of embarrassment. They say, yes, I love this, we want more of this. Again, as I said, Ethan Nwaneri plays some intricate passes, tight spaces, in and out. But I think the end is near for him. Galatasaray are looking to close him for 40 million euros. Apparently, that deal is closer than it is a Martinelli one, which is surprising. Another thing is our strike problem is dramatically bad. Griffiths and Havertz are not doing it. Get it Alvarez straight away. Get it eliminate Day straight away. Again, 2023 was good. The defense was good. The attack was good, but it was scoring goals. But it can be better. It could be better. Get the right profiles can be better. Mikel Arteta still hasn't signed a contract, which is another thing that agitates me. There's something going on. I don't think until Mikel Arteta gets his players, he's gonna actually sign a contract. No one's speaking about it, but I'm going to. People are afraid, but I'm not afraid to speak about it. The stuff going on behind the scenes, the reason why Mikel Arteta hasn't signed his contract, but I think that's player related. But the game, again, beautiful. Bruno Guimaraes makes his debut for the Arsenal. Wow. Him and Skelly, him and Odegaard more. That's the new Bonnie and Clyde. Intricate passes. Like Busquets and Xavi. Intricate. Not touching them. Pass smooth. 10 steps ahead. Lovely partnership. And he's another one, a Brazilian. The Brazilian DNA who wears his heart on his sleeve. No, he doesn't wear his heart on his sleeve. He wears his heart on his chest, translucent. And his heart is red. Not because all humans' hearts is red and bloody. It's because he believes the Arsenal. He believes Arsenal. He loves Arsenal. He's a warrior for us. He's our warrior. He puts in the work, and that's what players of leisure. It's not like he's just like a Joe Linton who's rash. He's no. He has technical, but he has the jazz about him. So this comes on, has a bit of jazz, gives you something different. One thing that the difference between Zolis and Martinelli had space, he passed back. Zolis does a hocus pocus and goes free and across the ball. It's the different kind of fish. Is he good enough to be a star for Arsenal? No. He needs to improve, especially after watching the Real Betis game. Well, Arsenal are looking exciting, and again, of course, it's only Como, but Como were fourth in Serie A. Serie A is a poor league, of course, it's a poor man's league right now, of course. However, it's Fabregas' team. Fabregas turns to Arsenal, and David Raya saves 2 penalties in a 3-4 penalty shootout to win Arsenal the friendly. Another thing as well, Noni Madueke misses the penalty. I need Noni Madueke to start believing in himself more. It's like he believes in himself, but it's like he doesn't believe in himself. It's like he has aura of like he can tell he's low-key putting a front on. Missing twice, back-to-back years in 2 preseason games is very worrying penalty-wise. And that could be one of the reasons why he never took a penalty in the Champions League final. Well, I hope he does get his confidence back. I hope he does become the player he can be. Because Noni Madueke is a beautiful player, can take his man on 1v1 and kill them. But he gets ugly when end product is needed. And Arsenal Football Club needs their end product. Absolutely. Again, he else features Mascara played decent and Capi played good. He can be a bit rash, but it's a South American like gene wearing your heart on your sleeve. Calafiori again plays good. But the strike problem is it can kill Arsenal if it's not fixed. And that's striker and left wing. And then Mandai, he's very good for the low blocks. Finishing his poor, we saw that. The whole world saw that. Everton 3-3 against City. What else? What else is there? Max Dalman in another game. The one thing that does scare me is Hayden Graduate's coming too. Saka and Smith Rowe. Reece Nelson, Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Who else is there? Ethan Miles. Marley Salmon, Max Dalman. And one always goes. Saka stayed out of him and Smith Rowe. Reece Nelson and Ainsley Maitland-Niles, they both went. Miles Skelly and Ethan Omeri. Looks like Ethan Omeri is headed to Galatasaray. Marley Salmon and Max Dalman. I think Marley Salmon can take that from Max Dalman. I don't know. I think it could be hard from him. He might need to go on loan to get more game time, whatever. But Arsenal Academy graduates, they are thriving with pleasure, thriving with love. Kepa, their Como's goal. I didn't even speak about Como's goal. Goodness gracious me. It was a counter attack. They got through our press. It was Julian and Max Dalman, 2v1 of could be their left winger. Shimmies in, shimmies out. Hocus pocus, shimmies in, shimmies out. Laser ball crossed him. Smacks in their post. Kepa had absolutely no chance. And that's the X factor. It reminded me of Kvicha Kvaratskhelia goal today against Aston Villa. Absolutely beautiful work. But Arsenal fans, see you on Sunday when Arsenal versus Manchester City in the Community Shield. Arsenal, the 88th family, I love you with all my heart. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Say something positive, say something negative, I don't care. I love you all. 88, in and out. Peace.